During the pandemic, many Canadians decided to make the commitment of getting a pet. Guilty. And whether you're a first-time pet owner, you have a new furry friend, or your old dog has picked up new behavior, people with pets have a lot of questions. So all month, we've been answering your questions, and we've been wrapping our series, talking everything from microchipping now to brushing your dog's teeth. Anna Sotropa from the Toronto Humane Society is here. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning, Lindsay. How's it going?
Really well. Okay, so I want to dive right in here. Starting off with a question about microchipping. Here's the question. Does microchipping hurt, and how does it work?
So great question. So microchipping is a tiny little transponder. Now it's inserted into under the skin, just behind the animal's neck, between the shoulder blades typically. And what's great about microchipping is it's a great way in combination with pet identification to ensure that you have a fail-proof in the event that your animal, say, goes missing, slips their lead, or the unthinkable happens. The big question, does it hurt? It feels no more invasive than a vaccination. Although it sounds intimidating because it is implanted with a large bore needle, you do not need to put the animal under. And again, if your animal has ever had a vaccination, then they already know what it feels like. But it's a great way, again, to make sure that your animal has that fail-proof, because it does contain a unique number to your animal, which is attached to a registry and then associated with all your contact information. So if your animal does get out and someone picks them up, then it's a great way we can contact you and say, we found your animal. Does this information match you? And can you come pick up your animal? So we recommend it. And we also do microchipping right at our location, 11 River Street.
I want to ask you about dental care. So the last time we had a dog was like 9 years ago, our dog Yukon. And at that time, I'm going to totally guarantee we never brushed this dog's teeth. But our new dog, Piper, when we picked Piper up, she came with a toothbrush. So here's the question for you. Do I need to brush my dog's teeth? And tips on how to make it less traumatic for him.
Well, I have to say, Lindsay, that's amazing that that your puppy came with a toothbrush, because dental disease is so common. In fact, over 80% of adult animals have some form of dental disease, cats and dogs. So it is the gold standard to remove that disease-causing plaque that's on a dog's teeth or a cat's teeth. So if you can start when they're young, even better. You can still start when they're older, as long as you take a fear-free approach. And so that's what we'll explain today. So the very first thing you have to do is just put a little bit of toothpaste on the fingertip, get them to lick it off of your finger so they start to get used to that yummy taste. Make sure it is a pet-safe toothpaste. Gradually using a touch gradient that's taught in fear-free handling, and you can find lots of techniques online on how to approach an animal using fear-free techniques, is you'll hold the muzzle with one hand and use the finger to gently brush the teeth with the other. Over about a week's time, once they're starting to reliably accept this practice, then you can graduate towards using an actual toothbrush. The key here is to use positive reinforcement, treats, rewards, find what their motivator is. It might even be as simple as playtime or a long walk afterwards. Whatever works to get your animal super comfortable and associating positively. But again, it's the gold standard. And as we know, dental surgery can cost a lot. So start young and start now to make sure you're being proactive.
How often are you supposed to brush their teeth?
We say you could get away with doing it every day, but talk to your veterinarian about what might be best. If you have more buildup, you might need more frequently. If you have less buildup, you might need less frequently.
Okay, we're going to move on to hungry cats, okay? We need some tips. Here's the question. My cat inhales food like there's no tomorrow. How do I get him to slow down? Over to you.
So eating food quickly, anecdotally, has been observed or associated with a previous past of food insecurity. So if the animal might come from, say, a stray background, or they're not sure when their next meal might come, there's a higher likelihood that they're going to scarf down that meal. But the number one strategy to combat this is utilizing a puzzle feeder. So you can purchase a puzzle feeder for your cat. We recommend a Cat It Senses Digger 2.0. That's it right there. What's nice about it is those little tubes start at a very easy level, and they have adjustable equipment you can add to it to increase the level of difficulty. So what's great about that is you don't want it to be too easy so that your animal's still scarfing the food down, but you don't want it to be too complex so that your animal's not meeting their nutritional daily required needs. Another thing you can do too is, if you don't want to purchase one, is there's lots of DIY models you can utilize. Something as simple as taking an empty toilet paper roll and filling it with kibble, closing the ends and letting them roll it around. You can also actually freeze their wet food into an ice cube tray to, again, slow the eating process. And an equipment freeze solution would be to just pace out the food throughout the day. So embody that 5 small meals per day for your pet. And that way they're going to go for shorter periods where their stomach is actually empty. But there's lots you can do. And you want to make sure that they're getting their nutritional needs met, but they're not overeating as well.
Hannah, thanks so much. This has been a great series with you. Thanks for all of your tips along the way.
Oh, it's so great to be here. We'll talk to you soon, Lindsey.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.